Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has praised the latest round of US sanctions on Iran. The new secondary sanctions target Tehran's digital assets, technology, gold, aviation and shipping sectors. Netanyahu also said that Washington is exacting a quote-unquote just and steep price from what he called a cruel dictatorship and those who assist its aggression. So in fact, Pragati, a sharp rebuke by Netanyahu as well on Iran, saying that what US is doing is absolutely right by demanding these costs by Iran, from Iran. Seems like that there is an audio issue, but of course the economic sanctions. Pragati, am I audible to you?
Yes, Tina.
Yes, Pragati, we are getting a breaking news that Netanyahu has in fact showered his praises on the new US sanctions on Iran, of course hitting 5 significant sectors that are significantly contributing to Iranian's economy.
Iran, Israel is backing the latest US escalation against Iran, and this time on economic front. As Prime Minister Netanyahu has welcomed the new US sanctions announced by the Treasury Secretary on basis, following them an important step in the pressure on Tehran. The US has expanded its secondary sanction framework to cover 5 key, sectors of Iranian economy: digital assets, technology, gold, aviation, and shipping. And the determination issued by the US Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control took effect on August 24 itself, and Washington is warning foreign companies and countries doing business with Iran that they could also face sanction or lose access to the US financial system. That it is the core, mechanism behind secondary sanctions. Pressure on government, Iran's is extended to third parties that continue economic dealings with Tehran. And alongside the sector-wide measures, the US has sanctioned more than 60 individual entities and vessels linked to Iranian oil revenue and weapon-related networks. Netanyahu has, in fact, praised this approach, saying that US is imposing a heavy economic price on what he described as the Iranian regime and those supporting its aggression.
Absolutely, Pragati. Stay with us. We have more news coming in. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has claimed that Iran attempted to kill one of his sons. Netanyahu gave no details on when or where the alleged plot took place or which of his sons was targeted, but the allegation comes at a time when his coalition trails in opinion polls ahead of Israel's general election that is now due to take place in October this year, following the US-Israel war on Iran. So a significant statement coming in, Pragati. Of course, Netanyahu saying that, in fact, claiming that Iran tried to target one of his sons. Do tell us the details of this particular development.
Yes, Hina. Prime Minister Netanyahu has claimed that Iran attempted to assassinate one of his sons, but has not disclosed which son was targeted or provided details about the alleged plot. And speaking to Israel's Channel 14, Netanyahu has said Iran had tried to kill one of his sons. He did not specifically mention when the alleged attempt took place, how it was planned, or whether an attack was actually carried out. The claim, it comes during it came during a discussion on security arrangements for Israel political, leaders ahead of the country's October 27 election. And Netanyahu was arguing for a stronger protection for the former military chief and political rival, citing the threat posed by Iran. And Netanyahu has 2 sons, Yair and Avner, but there has been no public confirmation, identifying either as the alleged target. The allegation comes amid the ongoing Israel-Iran confrontation and heightened concern over political Iranian operation against Israeli officials.
All right, thank you so much, Pragati. Stay with us. We have more news coming in. Now, the US government has